Hi guys, welcome back to the Mommy and Me podcast. This is our new episode. This is episode, I believe, 5.
Yes, 5.
I'll correct it in the captions if it's wrong. But you want to kind of introduce today's topic?
Yes, so we're going to be doing funny stories of my mom's teenage years, and we're going to get my reaction. And then, which I'm going to discuss what my mom thinks I do, and we're going to get her reaction.
And then I'm also going to be sharing stories of things that happened in my high school, middle school era, and I'll kind of try to remember as we go because my memory is a little wonky right now. And then I apologize for the background noise. We do have my son's dog here, and then Chloe's dog. So if you hear the little paws and stuff, Samantha's dog. So excuse Chloe, and my son's dog name is Axel. So I'll share a story. Because I thought she was going to be able to introduce us to this because
it's just so weird because I tell you everything, so there's not really much to say.
Yeah, but you can say stories of things that have happened that maybe people you don't even know, but things that you've seen, and then see how I react to that, or what advice I might have for moms in that scenario.
Okay.
It doesn't. So a lot of the stories don't necessarily have to relay on our personal lives, and then again, this is just our opinions. You guys can take it as you will. It's just our opinion on these things. So I'm not judging here. Okay, so I'll tell you one story. This is when I was pregnant with your brother. So for those of you who don't know, I was 16 and pregnant, very immature, with my firstborn. And then, so what happened was this girl had gotten into a fight with one of my high school friends at the time. And I kind of got involved, jumped in because I saw my friend kind of like, I guess not. I just felt like she needed help, I guess. I just jumped in to separate it. I didn't really like jump or anything. I just jumped in to like pull them apart. Mm-hmm. And then, for some reason, this girl just started to have problems with me afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was pregnant. I wasn't showing at that time, but I was pregnant with my son. And I remember us walking from the grocery store home, and I was with your dad, and we were walking home, and this girl just starts like just yelling things out, chanting out things. And then by this time, the rumors had already spread to school that I was pregnant. So she's like, oh, she yells at me, you think you're all that because you're pregnant. And I was a little baffled. I was like, girl, what? I'm trying to hide this pregnancy. Like I felt like, I guess I could say I felt ashamed, only not because I regret my son, but I was obviously too young to be having kids. So I was like, what is she talking about? Like, how can I think I'm all that because I'm pregnant?
Yeah.
And then every time she would see me, she would just always have something to say. And back in those days, I was like a fighter. You say something to me, smart remark, like we gonna throw it down. Yeah. So I was like, I couldn't do anything, so I was pregnant. And then I remember going to the movies. This was on my birthday. I didn't know your dad had
I know this story.
Planned this whole surprise for me for that day. So I was like, we're just gonna watch the movies or whatever. We went out to the movies. This girl sitting a row or two behind us. I didn't see her because I always live in my own little bubble. I don't pay attention to my surroundings. Your dad is very much aware of his surroundings, so he spotted her right away. As soon as we walked in that movie theater, he's seen her, and he was like, oh, it's going to go down, because this girl always picking at Elizabeth. And at this point already, months had happened. I passed by, and I was like as pregnant as you get. This was in September. I was due in October, so just tells you how pregnant I was. And then she starts like yelling something, but I can't really hear because I'm just happy. It's my birthday. I'm just trying to enjoy it. I'm happy because I'm being taken out, I'm getting spoiled. And then all of a sudden I see like M&M's flying by. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then I start to turn, and then it's like, oh, come on, pay attention to the movie. But I think he didn't want me to react because he was gonna react. He was very protective over me. So then this girl keeps throwing M&Ms at me. And then at one point I'm like, okay, now it's like the M&M hit me or something. Okay, this is intentional now. So I turn around, and then I see her. And then your dad is aggravated because she's been doing this, like, and she's he ha 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 in the background. And at this time I turn around, I see her. Your dad, before I could even react, grabs this cup of soda. This cup of soda is like Coke. It's like the big cups. He grabs it, opens it, takes the lid off, grabs the cup, and throws it directly at this girl. And he was like, leave her alone. Don't you see she's pregnant? And then, she had her boyfriend with her or some guy with her. So I was like, oh my God, they're going to fight. And I can't do anything because I'm like this big, right? Um, and then so your dad reacts, grabs me from the hand, and then like she tries to throw like ice or water, but like it completely misses us. So we go out, and then your dad's like, oh, you know what? Let's report her. Because technically she was the one harassing us. So we report her to the front desk. We get our money back. And then he reports them, tells them what they were wearing because you're not paying attention to everything. I didn't even know. I couldn't even see. I was just like, I can't do anything. I'm pregnant. So then, your dad waits. We go running to the car. Your dad pulls up to where he can see them, but they can't see us. He watches them getting escorted out of the movies, and he's just laughing. And then we just take off, and we're about happy little life. Actually, I'm lying. It did kind of wet me a little bit on my hair because remember I straightened my hair that day. And so my hair was a little bit frizzy because, there's churros. If you wet them, all hell breaks loose. But that was just like a funny story of things that happen. Kind of like how crazy people are.
You know what? That's so funny because Nando too, he likes throwing things at like people's cars when they get him mad.
Yeah. It's already in his DNA. It's imprinted in him. But yeah, it's just a funny story of. And the reason why we're doing this topic is we kind of want to lighten up the mood a little bit because then we know the last 2 episodes have been a little bit intense. And don't get me wrong, we have a lot of more stories coming to you guys that are like super intense. But because that's the whole idea we're doing this. But it's all about balance, right? So now that I shared this story, share one of your stories of things that happened at high school.
Okay.
Or even middle school.
I wonder if they did this around your age. I don't even think like vapes and stuff are invented like.
No, because we might be YouTube and TikTok might flag us. So I could say people would use the green plant back in my day. So, people would like to use the green plant. That was the most like, woo, we're doing something, you're cool because you do it. Not that I ever did that way.
Okay, I'm gonna tell a story of when I was leaving. I don't know if I should say what school it is. I should say it.
No, just say.
Okay, but the first high school I went to.
Okay.
Okay, when I had like problems with stuff with like right before I left, the girl. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I remember when so there was this girl who was messaging me stuff like about my dad and like just going off on me, and I just thought it was funny. And
do you want to say what she was like trying to use about your dad?
Yeah,
so I want people to insinuate
Yeah, no, she was trying to like use my dad's death against me, and she was just like, "Oh, like you don't have a dad. What are you talking about?" Like I don't even know how it's relevant, but
yeah. Put pause on that. Rewind. You heard her right. People were trying to use using her dad. Using her dad so they channel because of her dad passing away against her. How bizarre is that? That's just to tell you how crazy some people are.
And this girl, I made fun of her a lot. Like when she was texting me, I just thought it was funny, so I was like texting her back, and I was like, "What did I?"
Well, you didn't make fun of her, but you tried to make the best of the situation. You talked about it with me.
And my mom was laughing too at this whole situation because, like, I feel like I'm like more mature than kids my age. Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't really take it like that. I mean, sometimes it does get to me, but, like, it's whatever. But anyways, she was texting me stuff about my dad and stuff. And then this girl, there was, like, rumors going around, like, of her being pregnant and stuff. So, I was just like, "Oh, don't you have a baby to take care of?" Because she kept trying to, like, use things against me that were just, like, going low. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go low, too. And then I remember telling one of the securities at the school, and I was just like, "Oh, like, what do I do? How do I handle the situation?" He was like, "Oh, like, go up to her and try and resolve it," which I don't know why he would tell me that.
Yeah, I don't know why he would say that to me, but...
Okay, so I ended up going up to her, and then I was with all my friends, and I didn't even want to go up to her, and I was just like, "Oh, like, there's no point." And they're like, "No, like, go up to her, like..." So I walked up the stairs and I see her and I'm like, "Oh, like she posted me and everything about me being single or something." And I was like, "Girl."
Yeah, they use that a lot against you, like her not wanting to have a boyfriend at this point of her life. And which is crazy, but anyways, go on.
So I remember going up to her and being like, "Oh, like, you need to take this post down. Like, why are you posting about me?" She didn't have TikTok. One of her friends, like, screenshotted, like, one of my TikToks and, like, sent it to her, and she, like, posted it. And I still don't know who that girl is, but anyways.
What is it called? Social media bullying?
So I guess you can call it that.
Yeah, they were bullying her through social media.
And then I remember going up to her and I was just like, oh, like, you need to take this down. And then she was just like laughing with all her friends. And then I remember this guy standing at the top of the stairs and it was like all the football team basically. And this guy pulled out his phone, he started laughing and stuff. Then after like I walked away from her and stuff after we started like arguing, I just walked away because I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna argue with this girl. She's so dumb. She's over here saying the same thing. And then
you realize that you were trying to conflict resolve things on your own, but you realized it wasn't getting anywhere.
And then I was just like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna leave. And then, right after that, I went to class, and then she started texting me again. She was like, oh, like, come up to me again later. Like, we'll talk about this. Blah, blah, blah. She wanted to fight. And I was like, girl, like, I'm not gonna fight you. And then, I'm one person, like, I don't like fighting. Like, there's no point of it. I don't, like, what do you get out of it? Like, a post on social media that you won? Like, hello? Anyways,
most people your age don't think that way.
Yeah, they don't. But it's so funny.
I was those girls like
all the fight
because videos, I was so like dumb, you know.
All the fight videos I see and stuff like they're remember the slow motion one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like people don't know how to fight. So like, what's the point? You're just gonna embarrass yourself.
Yeah, and I think she handled this in the best possible way that she could have, and she still like. She was like, oh, you want to go low, I can go low. But then she realized, I think what you saw was like, oh, you know what? This is not me. I'm not getting anywhere. And I'm also not going to, like, how do you say, compromise your integrity. You don't want to compromise your integrity by scooping down to their level and getting nowhere. Because you realize that these girls were immature. And these guys in a football team reacted this way disgusting. Yeah. Like, hello, aren't you?
And you know what's like? They're older than me.
Thinking that's okay.
They're older
that's
than me.
nasty.
You know, but I remember like after that, the guys who recorded it and stuff, like he sent it to people, so people were taking screenshots of it and posting about me, and then, like everyone started posting about me. And I was just like, oh my!
Yeah, they were all bullying her through social media because they were cowards behind the camera. But
and then like now, like when I see them and stuff, they don't do anything. They don't say anything. I'm just like, bruh.
You should use them like as individuals, not in the same group.
Yeah, it's just when they're in groups, they all get more confident and stuff.
Yeah,
but, like,
which sucks that Samantha had to go through this. Which is now that she's able to tell the story and laugh about it. Like this was not Samantha back then, so I don't want you guys to think like, oh, she was trying to. She was just being responsive, and now she's laughing at it because she's kind of like dealt with the situation and like confronted it. But she's come a long way. But this just shows you how petty people can be and how like dumb we can react to things. Like I wish I would have handled a lot of things more differently, like way you have. Because, like she said, she's more mature than people.
Yeah, I think that day you came to my school and stuff because I had texted my mom because I was like crying about like the message she sent me about my dad, and I was just like, okay, she went too far. No one has ever like done that, and then now I feel like once one person like did it, like I feel like everyone uses that against me now, which is fine because like
I think they're doing it for attention or lack of attention. They're like. At their home, so they're trying to get attention at school, and that's just the best way to do is get attention from people is by being a bully sometimes, which is ugly. But I can relate to that because I think that I also didn't handle things correctly at your age. But yeah, it was definitely different. But I think that's another thing of having social media. It's easy to become a bully through social media versus in person, because I think a lot of people wouldn't say half of these things to you in person,
Yeah, no.
So, or react the same way. And I think it's just a reflection of who they are, and I don't think necessarily it's a reflection of how they're being raised. But if the parents are aware of how their kids are behaving and not doing something, then that's different, But it's not always just a reflection of how they're being raised, because I think sometimes parents are so caught up in their own world they don't realize what their children are doing.
Yeah.
But if you do know your child's being a bully, don't condone it.
That's not cute.
Don't respect it. That's not cute. And I'm saying this from, learning from my mistakes in my past. I definitely think it's something that, people need to work on and bring more attention and awareness to. Like, if you know your child's bullying someone, speak up to them, give them the help they need.
Yeah.
And help them realize that what they're doing is not okay.
Yeah.
If you know your child's bullying someone, speak up to them, get them the help they need, and help them realize that what they're doing is not okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we don't discuss as adults with our children, but it's just self-awareness,
Yeah.
And then I apologize to my YouTube viewers again. We're having issues with my camera. I'm gonna have to get it fixed, but if you're watching it from this angle now, it's because we continue recording from our TikTok view into our YouTube video. But I just don't want to linger it on because we're kind of running on a time crunch today. But we wanted to just post to you guys, and we did also want to update you guys and let you guys know that we're not going to be posting every week as of right now. We have a lot going on, and it would be unrealistic for us to post at this moment every week because there's a lot going on in my house at all times, and it's very rare for us to get like quiet time for us to record. Hopefully something that we'll be able to correct. It's a work in progress. Soon we'll have our own like recording space. So that will make it easier for us to just go in, get recorded, and get stuff edited. And Samantha is going to take over the editing in the next couple of months. I told her I need her to help me out because I'm also editing other things for other ventures that I have. So it's kind of hard for me to edit these videos. So it's not that hard. It's just about her learning, but she'll get there. I'll make sure I teach her, but not right now because we have a lot going on. But we'll be able to post eventually every week. But for now, we're gonna be posting
every other Thursday.
Yeah, and at 1:00 on YouTube. And then I don't know what time they go up on TikTok.
Usually I try to upload them like a little bit earlier. It just depends because sometimes they don't want to like go through. So sometimes they're uploaded after YouTube. It just depends on how like it wants to act up. But I try to post it before the one on YouTube.
Yeah, and we're not going to be posting like full versions on TikTok anymore. We're only going to be posting clips so that you guys can go into YouTube, just because it's taking us so long to edit that I would rather you guys go on YouTube for the full version. It's so hard to cram everything down into 10 minutes or less because that's all we're allowed through TikTok at the moment.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind, guys. And then do you want to share another story before we end this video?
I think we should just end it there and we can make a part 2 to this. So we can like think of more stories. And
or if you have a story and you want to privately send it to us and you want us to share this story,
I would love to
I think that would be like super funny. Yeah, to get our reaction or how things would get. And like, if we're taking things like in a joking manner, laughing, we're just trying to make light of a situation. How would we get
that for them to send it to us?
You guys can send it through TikTok like on a private message. Yeah, or even because YouTube doesn't allow it. So if you're on TikTok, send us a private message and we'll share it. Eventually, we will make an Instagram page for it, but right now we're just trying to get momentum and stay focused on the 2 pages that we have. But yeah, if you guys want to continue to watch our videos, please don't forget to subscribe, click follow on TikTok, comment down below. We have been getting a lot of private messages and feedback from our friends and family, which we truly appreciate. But if you are watching us on social media, please comment it down below so that we can share it with everybody else, because when they're privately sent to us, I don't feel like it's okay to share it. But I'll say that we have gotten some really great positive feedback. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. Don't forget again to like, comment, and share our TikTok page and our YouTube page. We're trying to kind of, I guess, see the momentum growing so that we can stay motivated, to be honest, because it's a little discouraging when people are not, when they're watching it but they're not subscribing or following. At least for me, it is a little discouraging. But and if you guys can see, we have a little bit of very small some Valentine's decor in the background. You guys can see. Hopefully we'll be able to post one more episode before Valentine's. I think we should be able to, right? So right before Valentine's. So if you guys have any ideas or anything you want us to post for a Valentine's episode, let us know. But the next one will be Valentine's episode related. I don't know how that's gonna kind of play out, but stay tuned. I'll strategize up some ideas. And again,
maybe like a would you rather or something.
I don't know. We'll see. But thank you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.